Thopaga's mother, fierce and vengeful, sent a letter wrapped in riddles. A wandering messenger carried it, but knew nothing of its meaning. I showed it to my good friend. He glanced once and said, "Thopaga, your mother is vindictive. So many already dead, yet she still commands hailstorms. What kin have you in the north?" None that I knew. The words were dark, obscure. His wife, a Dakini in human form, took the letter, read it once, and smiled. "She told me to bring the pilgrim." A fire was lit. Chang poured. She bade the man remove his cloak. Then, playfully, she put it on herself. She laughed, strutting. "Happy are those who can wander the earth with nothing but this." She danced, went out, climbed the roof. There she slit the black square patch, pulled forth 7 hidden pieces of gold, stitched the patch closed, and returned, cloak intact. She fed the pilgrim and lodged him elsewhere. Then she called me. She placed the 7 gold in my hands. Unveiling the riddle, the valley facing north was the sunless cloak. The black cloud was the square patch. The constellation was the threads embroidered there. The 7 kin were these 7 gold. The line about, "Ask no one but the pilgrim," meant the cloak itself, on his body. My teacher laughed. "Yes, women are sharp-eyed." I shared the wealth. 1/10 of 1 coin to the pilgrim, 7/10 to the Dakini, 3 to my Kalyana Mitra. I begged him for the hail charm. He sent me back to Yungtun Trogyal with letter and scarf. To him I offered the remaining gold, and I confessed. I had succeeded already. 35 slain through my spells. Now I sought hail. Yungtun Trogyal gave me the charm, told me to retreat 7 days in a deserted cell. There I saw clouds gather, lightning flash, thunder growl. I thought, I can direct storms with my finger. He asked me of the barley, when the shoots came, when the ears rose, when they filled. Too early, he said. Later, when the harvest stood heavy, he said, "Now go." Disguised as pilgrims, my comrade and I returned. That year's harvest was richest in memory. By rule, no one reaped alone. All would reap together. On the heights above the valley, I set my spell. Nothing stirred. No cloud, even as large as a sparrow. I struck the ground with my folded robe, naming our wrongs, weeping bitterly. Then the sky blackened, thunder split. Hail fell, tearing the valley, shredding every stalk, cutting gorges in the hillsides. 3 storms in succession, then rain, then wind. The fields lay bare. The people wailed as one. We fled into a cave, lit fire of shrubs. Villagers passed near, hunting for the feast they had planned from their abundance. They cursed my name. "This Thopaga has killed many, and now has ruined our greatest harvest. If we catch him, we'll cut him to pieces." They saw our smoke. One said, "It must be him." They hurried back to the village to gather men. My comrade urged me, "Go. I'll stay, impersonate you, mock them." I fled by another pass. A dog bit my leg, delayed me. He was surrounded but broke through, luring them with his strength, throwing stones, cursing them with threats of more storms. They feared, quarreled, turned back. We met again at Tingri. At a marriage feast, he found me. "Why so late?" he asked. I told him of the dog. "Never mind," he said. Together we returned to Yarlunkyorpo. Our Kalyana Mitra said, "Success and fortune have attended you." No one had gone ahead to tell him. We asked how he knew. He said the deities had appeared radiant, and Thanksgiving was already done. Thus I waged war, avenged wrongs, destroyed enemies, ruined harvests. This was my first act. Black deeds wrought through sorcery. Later came repentance, search for the holy Dharma, the turning toward white deeds. But first came this, the worldly act of destruction, from which the long path of purification began. But even there the seeds of awakening stirred, for remorse gnawed at Thopaga's heart. Day and night he could not rest. He longed for Dharma, forgot to eat, could neither sit still nor sleep. His Kalyana Mitra, too, weary of sorcery, mourned the death of a patron, and confessed, "How fleeting all existence, and we have piled up heaps of evil karma." Thopaga saw clearly. The black path must end. Evans Wentz points us to Vasiti, the Bhikkhunra, who sang of how she cut the root of sorrow by seeing its base. So too here repentance turned the current. Thopaga turned to seek holy Dharma. And so begins the arc of white deeds, the perfections of the Jetsun. Rechung lists them in order, like a flower unfolding, and it reads like the Avatamsaka, repentance and the search for a true friend.